This kid has a $200 million NFL future. And we've all sat back and watched Deion exploit this kid and put this kid in harm's way.
What is up, world? Welcome back. Charge the Game podcast. And Jason Whitlock completely unleashes on Deion Sanders and blames him for Travis Haunter'S injury. Now, guys, we know that Jason Whitlock just does not rock with Deion Sanders. He calls him a fake Christian. There are some of the things that Jason Whitlock says I disagree with. Some of the things he says that I strongly agree with him. But in this situation, I want to agree with Jason Whitlock that Deion Sanders may be running Travis Haunter a little bit too hard. Let's get into this clip, guys. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, thumbs up, like the video. Let's go. Deion Sanders is the reason Travis Haunter got hurt. This is what Jason Whitlock said, because Deion Sanders thinks that he has reinvented football and that he is the greatest coach that's ever hit college football. This dude, Jason Whitlock, does not give up. He is super relentless of Deion Sanders, regardless of the Colorado Buffaloes win, lose. It just seems like he never has a lot of good stuff to say about Deion. And a lot of people feel the same way that Jason Whitlock does. Deion Sanders is known to do things his own way. We saw a lot of the backlash, the way he treats the reporters. Some people speak good about him. Some people speak bad about him. For me, I do think that Deion Sanders oversells a lot of things. I do feel like he talks a lot. I do feel like as a coach, it would be hard for me to want you to lead me if you're wearing skinny jeans and gold chains. I mean, like, I'm just old school. So when it comes to that, no, I would not want to be coached by a guy like that. He definitely seems like he's a good dad, regardless of what's going on with all of the other, women and, mothers of his kids. He seems like he's very invested into his boys, and that's always a good thing. All of his kids, and that's always a good thing. But let's get into this Travis Haunter situation. We all know Travis Haunter is a dynamic football player. I do worry about his NFL career because it seems like this could be something to keep your eye on. Let's listen to what Jason Whitlock had to say.
We're not going to play football for any length of time without getting injured. And when your coach decides, hey, I'm going to play you 120, 130 snaps per game, the inevitability of injury increases substantially.
We know that most people in college football could play both ways. I mean, let's look at the Diggs brothers, for example. Stephon Diggs, wide receiver. Trayvon Diggs is a DB, a defensive back or cornerback. And guys, they both are legit receivers. Trayvon Diggs just went another way. He can definitely play receiver. He looks like a receiver, built like a receiver, can track the ball just as well as the receiver, and he has great hands. I do believe that most athletes in college are capable of playing multiple positions. That's why they transition. So Deion Sanders is not doing anything special there. Travis Haunter just happens to be more exceptional within their system. Travis Haunter, I love this kid, man. This kid has the heart of a giant. He is resilient. He shows up. He's humble. He's a hard-working man, and he wants a simple life. This kid, man, is going to be destined to do great things in the NFL if he's able to stay healthy. And that's something that I worry about, because what looks good in college typically doesn't really transition as well to the NFL. Like, you're definitely going through your bumps and bruises. Like, you could be a stud, don't get me wrong, but that's the top of the elite. Like, that is a different animal. And what Deion Sanders is doing could potentially, be harming this kid.
Travis Haunter catches a pass and takes a routine hit. That was not some sort of devastating blow that Travis Haunter took. And the next thing you know, Travis Haunter, and I'm not calling Travis Haunter out when I say this, but he's got to tap out of the game because he's playing too many snaps. This game will not allow you to play that many snaps.
I agree. That's impossible. I mean, you see what these pro players go through, all these different weather elements. Like in college, it can be sustainable, but it's not sustainable for the long run. I mean, you're going to be due. And like Jason Whitlock said, there's no way you would typically get injured from a routine tackle, but when your body is already taxed, your muscles are already maxed, you're already tight, things can break. Things can really determine your career if you're not careful. And that's why I do agree with Jason Whitlock, man. Like you gotta watch that. And Deion Sanders is real big on trying to prove to people that he deserves to be where he is. All of the talking, he has to back it up. But if there was no Travis Hunter playing both sides of the ball, I'm not so sure that this would be a winning season or that this record would reflect anything positive.
Sanders, in his pursuit of I'm going to prove everybody that I'm the smartest coach and I'm the greatest coach, and all you white guys don't like me and I'm a disruptor and all, in his pursuit of trying to elevate himself, he has diminished Travis Hunter. Put Travis Hunter in harm's way. Travis Hunter is a great football player that should be playing 80 snaps a game. You want to play him 60 snaps on offense and 20 on defense, or 60 on defense and 20 on offense? Fine. We've seen Charles Woodson. We've seen guys do that. But this whole deal of he can play 93% of the snaps in a college football game week after week, season after season, and not have to tap out on a routine hit with some sort of injury, this has been inevitable. And Deion Sanders, in his lack of humility, is to blame. This kid has a $200 million NFL future. And we've all sat back and watched Deion exploit this kid and put this kid in harm's way, and no one has said anything. All we've said, Travis Hunter, he's the best player in college football. Don't you see these numbers he's putting up against FCS schools?
Kind of makes you think, though. I mean, on a greater scale, like $200 million, hey, Travis, hey, you might want to think about this. And there are a lot of Deion Sanders fans who are so in love with Deion Sanders that they're going to be oblivious. But what Jason Whitlock is saying is actually shedding light, and it needs to be kind of discussed, because we never really questioned why is this kid running this many snaps. I've heard a few reports, but now that Jason Whitlock is breaking this thing down, 80 snaps sounds far more healthier than 100 plus snaps a game. And this kid is running and gunning both ways. I mean, like, this you got to keep in mind, this kid is young, so the wear and tear is just not going to be there like it's going to be in the NFL. The NFL grind is completely different. And these men are grown. Ain't nobody finna let you play both sides of the ball and get away with it. Someone's gonna send a hit out on you. Somebody's gonna put you down. Somebody's gonna make you tap. Right? But it's better to have your body preserved and ready for those moments, playing one position in a few snaps or a set amount of snaps versus what you are doing now. And Deion Sanders, like, I have to agree with Jason Whitlock, man. Like, sometimes your own selfish and greed can actually impact others in a negative way. Yes, I do believe he loves Travis Hunter. Yes, I do believe that he has changed the life of Travis Hunter. And that'll make a player run through a wall for you without them really being privy of the harm being caused internally to their bodies. So in this situation, man, I have to agree with Jason Whitlock. I do think that, hey, this kid is going pro after this season. So try your best to preserve him. I don't think that the Heisman is coming to Travis Hunter as good as he is. I just don't see it happening. I see it happening to, what's the guy, the running back, Ashton or something like that, Boise State or something like that. That kid could potentially get that Heisman trophy, if I'm being honest. But that's like the other position outside of quarterback that I've seen so far this college season. And I just think that Travis Hunter, man, like, needs to do what is best for him in this moment. Hey, man, take it easy. You know what I'm saying? Don't let up on the competition, but they need to pick and choose how they legit want to play Travis Hunter, because this kid is definitely going to be a top prospect, a top draft prospect. I mean, the kid he's a pure football player. The kid is about his hawk skills, his football awareness. I mean, the kid has it, man. So I do agree with Jason Whitlock here, in conclusion that, Deion Sanders is responsible for this kid's injury. And I know that he tried to come back to the field. I know that he tried, but that's an athlete. They're going to go against their better judgment because they're too macho. They're too alpha. They're too masculine, and something could be completely broke, but the mind is still going, and that'll make a player put himself in harm's way. So shout out to Travis Hunter for his phenomenal season. He's been with Deion Sanders the whole step of the way. I know that they have a father-son type of relationship, but I just think that Deion Sanders should scale it back a little bit and preserve this kid for a more, bigger opportunity, and that's going to be the next level, the NFL. What do you guys think about Jason Whitlock's take? Do you guys think that, injuries just happen? It's part of the game. We know that, but do you guys feel like Deion Sanders bears some type of responsibility in this? Let me know your comments. Drop them. See you guys in the next one. Peace.
Yeah.